Hi guys, welcome to Daddy and the Don. So, the Premier League came back with a bang at the weekend and so did our punditry team. Don't worry, they go again for week 2. We've got all 10 games covered. Before we get into the action though, please a reminder to like, subscribe and comment on the video. Enjoy it guys.
Aston Villa versus Everton. So, both looking good for their first win of the season. I like Gerrard and Villa. They're a team that I actually like, but obviously for many reasons I do not like Lampard and I do not like Everton. So I might be a little biased, but Villa are a better attacking side, and because they're at home, they're going to want to win. They want to make their home fans proud. Everton awful against Chelsea, but I'm not going to say that. So I'm going to go for an Aston Villa win. I'm going to say 1-0, Ollie Watkins scoring.
Game week 2, Arsenal v Leicester. Arsenal, first game of the season, very clinical against Palace. They look strong at times. The first 15 minutes, they were outstanding with their quick pass football and pressing. I thought they rode their luck a little bit at times. In the second half, Palace had their chances, but that's what good teams do. They see out the game. One thing I love with Arteta is the fact that obviously the team drops off when they're leading. I still think that if they keep pressing the ball, what they did in the first 15-20, they're going to be a force to reckon with this year. It was very, very positive, and obviously the Arsenal fans are going to be buzzing about it. Leicester, on the other hand, they threw a 2-goal lead away against Brentford. For me, Leicester in a little bit of turmoil. Don't know which players are coming, which players are going. Maddison, obviously one of their best players, is heavily linked to be leaving. I don't know how much is playing on the team's mind, but again, you go 2-0 up against anyone, you've got to see the game out, because it's Brentford or if it's Man City, they didn't get a job done. My prediction for the game, it's going to be a no-brainer. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Arsenal win. I feel them at home, first game of the season with this new team, the fans are going to be bouncing. I think they're going to be in for a long day. I can see Arsenal having a lot of possession and Leicester literally just being able to hang on to a 2-0. I'm going to go for 2 goals for Jesus to open up his account for Arsenal. And Arsenal move on to 6 points. So, yeah, my prediction is Arsenal 2, Leicester 0, with Jesus getting both goals.
Brighton versus Newcastle is a very interesting fixture. Both teams coming off a win. Arguably, Brighton's is the more impressive, although Man United aren't the team that they once were, and Newcastle beating Forest. I think the tactics of Brighton are very good, and I think Newcastle have signed a couple of players, but not maybe to the extent that some people were expecting. So maybe they see it more as a project. And they're just going to build season on season. So, it's at Brighton, and I think this one could be a stalemate, 1-1.
Hi guys, this is my prediction for week 2. This week I've got Man City versus Bournemouth. The magician, Pep Guardiola's side versus boring Mr. Parker. I'm fully expecting this to be a very good day for Alfinch, Haaland and co. If they keep the ball like they did against West Ham, it will be a steamrolling. Bournemouth, obviously they won against Villa. Confidence might be a little bit high, but I don't really fancy them at all. Then probably make it awkward. Knowing a Parker team, it will be very awkward. Sit back, keep it comfortable, try not to lose the ball easily. 11 men behind the ball, but Man City are too good. They get the ball within seconds. I fully expected them to probably be 3 or 4-0 up. So my prediction will be probably 4-0 to Man City.
Week 2 Premier League prediction. My game is Southampton Leeds. Southampton got thumped 4-1 at Spurs on the opening day. Not really much of a surprise there, but I mean they took the lead, but they ended up getting beat by a good Spurs team, and they do see a lot of goals. Southampton. Leeds won. It was 2-1 against Wolves. So that's a good start for them. Off and running. So this one, I think it could be any of the 3 results. I think Southampton have got to start tightening up at the back. They brought a few players in. They also see a few goals, Southampton. So there's always going to be chances in their games, but they need to sort themselves out defensively. Otherwise, they could be in for a long, hard season. Leeds, I think will do a bit better this season. Maybe not a lot better, but I think they'll do a bit better. So I think this one's going to go. Like I say, it could be either one of the 3 results. But I've got a sneaky feeling. I think Southampton might actually nick it home. It's their first home game in front of home fans. They're going to have to win the game. They need to. So I think I'm going to go for Southampton to win this one at home. For me, it's going to be Southampton 2, Leeds 1.
My game this week is Wolves v Fulham. Wolves are coming off a defeat to Leeds, where Fulham had a miracle draw against Liverpool. This will be tight, and both teams will be looking for their first win here. It's an unpredictable game, I guess, and just because Wolves are at home, that doesn't mean it's a home win. As a Brentford fan, you'd expect me to go for a Wolves win here, but a lot of my family are big Fulham supporters, so I'm actually going to go for a Fulham win here, and I'm going to go 2-1.
So Brentford versus Man United. First of all, Man United are in a mess. That was a shambles. It's probably the worst they've been ever in the Premiership season. It's not going to be a quick fix. This is a good 2-year rebuild. Ten Hag's got his work cut out. Brentford, people were worried about them. They showed great resilience to come back from 2-0 down. Second half, they were amazing against Leicester. If both teams play like that, there's only going to be one winner. Obviously, Man United can't play as bad as they did against Brighton. I expect them to improve. I expect Ten Hag's going to have given them a rocket. They're going to get a reaction. But I think Brentford are going to just edge this. Probably end in a draw, but I am going to favour Brentford in this one. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. Brentford to nick the points.
Nottingham Forest versus West Ham. Forest are back in the Premier League. This is their first home game for 23 years. Brand new team in theory. Look like they're struggling to gel, but it's one game. I think they'll be better, especially at home. They have some good signings. I think they will start a few of the newer players as well. Play a different system as they're at home. West Ham, I don't think they'll be as good this year, though they'll be in the top 10 most likely. A few decent signings, a few questionable ones. Cornet is a great signing. But they were poor against City. Yes, it's City, but they were still poor. They need to be better if they're going to want to get a win here. I like to try and show imagination, but I think West Ham will be motivated to go and win their first game of the year. I think Forest will have to wait. Close one though. I think this one will be a nail-biter, and I think West Ham get a late goal. So I'll say 2-1 West Ham.
Premier League predictions week 2. The match I've been given is a big one. Chelsea versus Spurs. Both teams will be trying to fight for top 4, obviously. Can't see either team winning the Premier League. However, Spurs are looking really strong this season. I'll be honest with that. With signings they've made, the manager that they did have a shaky start against Southampton. However, they bounced back comfortably, winning 4-1. Chelsea, on the other hand, I don't think are going to be very convincing this season. However, it is a big game. It is a derby. I think it will be a close one, to be honest. But something is telling me Spurs will nick this one 2-1.
So this week I've got Liverpool versus Crystal Palace in the Premier League. Obviously I watched the highlights of the Liverpool-Fulham game, and that's probably the worst I've seen Liverpool play for a long time. And to be fair, they're probably lucky to walk away with a draw. Didn't really see any of the highlights from the Palace opening game of the season, so I'm not sure how well or poor they played. But I can't really see Liverpool going 2 weeks straight and playing as bad as they did against Fulham. And obviously with them playing at Anfield, on that basis, I'm going to probably edge Liverpool to win 2-1.